What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you guys another deck profile video. This is going to be the Hound Razor Aoi deck profile. One of the few new decks that we gotten from Set 7 Cerulean Blaze. Moonfang of Cerulean Blaze, I think it's fully called. I'll look it up again. But yeah, so I finally got this deck finally. And I made some payments with my shop manager of getting my cards. So I know it may sound like a little bad to some people, but this is my award, my reward for not, throwing someone under the bus. That's what I gotta say. Now, according to this deck here, the mechanic of it says here, I look up on Vanguard Wiki, it says here, there we go. Okay, right here. The Hound Razor team can power up if are boosted by the High Beast. The leader of the group can also make the High Beast that support her attack with drive check from the back row. So basically, Aoi's ability mainly is she can give a High Beast a drive check and can attack from the back row. Currently, there is no owner in the anime for this deck, so it's all free game. So there's a lot of reading, so just give you guys a little heads up. Sorry, I got a little bit of a phone call. So. Well, not a phone call, but a text. But anyways, let's just dive right into the video. So we have here is the energy counter, since we are using the DZ format style. And, based on what it looks like, it does look a little bit bad. I am using some natural lighting in here. So let me see if I can move the deck, or at least, position just a little bit. This is probably one of the few bloopers you're probably going to be seeing in the video and on such. So does that look a little better? I think it does look a little better. Okay, anyways, so standard, we have our energy generator / counter, just for the 5th card for the right deck. Then we have Hound Razor Kiika for our grade 0. And then we also have, for our grade 1, we have Hound Razor Isumi. When this unit is rolled upon by Hound Razor Hakuren, yeah. Look at the top 7 cards in your deck, choose up to 1 High Beast from among them, call the rear guard, and shuffle the deck. When this unit is boosted by a High Beast, this unit gets 2,000 power in that battle. So there's that. And then we also have Hound Razor Hakuren, for our grade 2. When this unit is rolled upon by Aoi, look at the top 7 cards in your deck, choose up to 1 unit card with Hound Razor and its card name from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle the deck. If you did not reveal a card, call this to rear guard and soul charge 1. Pretty good. When this unit is boosted by a High Beast, choose a High Beast normal unit from your drop, and you may put it on the bottom of your deck. So there's that. And then finally we have the main boss herself, which is Hound Razor Aoi. Her first skill is all your back row High Beasts gain 5,000 power, and that's a continuous effect. Active skill. Soul Blast 2. Search your deck for up to 1 High Beast card and call the rear guard and shuffle the deck. Active number 2. 1 turn only. These two are 1/2s, by the way. Counterblast 1. Choose 1 of your grade 1 or less back row center column High Beasts, and to the end of the turn, that unit can attack from the back row, and it gets its skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked, stand this unit, and this unit cannot attack until the end of the turn. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 and greater, you perform drive checks for the battle that chosen unit attacks. So, this is the card that will give your one of your High Beasts. It might mean that they have to boost her in order to get that effect, probably. But yeah, so she provides a rear guard High Beast with the drive checks. Pretty good. So there's the confirmed bride line, and there is the Tamari's set of sleeves, and I use these for the Care Sanctuary, mainly for that. For that reason alone, what is that? I just noticed there's a little bit of like a stain right here. Oh, maybe just a little drape. Okay. Okay. So, now we got to the right deck, now on to the main deck. Now, I decided to do this more carefully, and I think we're using fronts are essential for this deck, but that's just my input. So, for heals, we have Palpitation Angel. So, 4. 4 copies of White Fang Witch Disma for our first 4 critical triggers. 8 crits in total for this deck. And we also have Blade Feather Dragon for our last of our 8 crits. 3 copies of the new front trigger, Divine Sister Natilla, just because the deck does have some soul blasting abilities, so this card will actually, boost up pump up a little bit. And then we have for our over trigger, Light Dragon Deity of Honors, Amartinoa. People tell me to try to use the aquatic over trigger because it gives you a unit back from the drop. So I'm also looking at that into consideration, but for right now we just have this grade 0 lineup right here because this is a brand new deck for me. This is still the set 7 stage, so it hasn't gotten into an update yet, even though set 8 has already been revealed. I just haven't had time to do it. And then this is the Dragon Shield I'm still using as always in the shade white because, with Keter Sanctuary decks, I want to make it more light and match correspondingly with the color, or sometimes the color, of the nation itself. Alright, now for grade 1s, we're not using that many grade 1s in this deck, at least I don't think we are, but the deck is correspond with high beasts. So, here's the first one. We have Melgaon. The name will be in the box down below, so you guys can probably help me out to pronounce half of these if I get it wrong. When this unit is placed on Regaon, if you're a Vanguard with a Hound in its card name, Soul Charge 1 or Energy Charge 1. So, either one. So, this is the back row Regaon ability. If you have a Vanguard with Hound in its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power. If this unit is in the back row center column, and your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 10,000 power instead of 5,000. Okay, and from somebody who used to be a dog owner, or my family is, I grew up with dogs most of the time. I love cats and I love dogs, but dogs were always been my best friends. So this deck kind of hits home a little bit, especially with my late dog Maxie passed away early this year, and it was a heartbreaking decision to make, but we had to because she would not be alive and she would still be hurting. So this is my tribute to my doggy Maxie. Now for the other one we have here is we have Regaon. Sound like a friggin' Rago from the spaghetti or something like that. I don't know. If you have a grade 3 or grade Vanguard with Hound in its card name, this card gets all the following effects. Back row center column. During the battle that this unit attacked, when your opponent would call cards from hand to the Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more at the same time. Guardian ability, this unit gets 5,000 power. Okay? So that is an additional 10,000 power to the dog. To the shield only. And then, so this card here is a substitute for the one, but I think it might be pretty good. This one's called Fangaon. Fangaon. Or Fang for short. I'm going to just say Fang. When your other unit is placed on a rear guard with a unit in the same column as this unit, counterblast 1. Choose one of your opponent's back row rear guards and retire it. Now, you're probably all going to have this question right here. Why not play the promo dog? Unfortunately, that dog is very, very expensive, and I don't have the funds for it, and I don't always, I don't go online shopping at the time. So, this is actually from the set 5 collection in DZ, because, I never really had any way of playing this card, but yet I got him just in case. So, I'm glad I picked them up, and I'm glad I got a full playset of the frame rares, because why not? So that's it for the main units in the deck. Now we have 3 perfect guards, which we have 3 Cethlans and 1 Elementaria Sanctitude for our Blitz order. In case you go up against decks who have Triple Drive, or Odium, or Bob Sagra, or Magnolia, whatever you want to do with that information. For grade 2 now, we only have a small amount of grade 2 and only 1 normal unit in this deck. So the one we have here is 4 copies of Hound Mishiro. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if you have Vanguard with Hound in its card name, by now we already know what this is going to lead to. Counterblast 1. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 1 or less hype beast from among them. Call on the rear guard and shuffle the deck. If you do not call a card, you may countercharge 1, which, good. When this unit attacks while boosted by a hype beast, you may soul charge 1. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater and you have 2 or more back row hype beasts, this unit gets 10,000 power and is in that battle. So this is actually a pretty good card to have. Of course, it's part of the series, so why not? And like I said, guys, this deck is actually still in the set 7 stage, so I'm not gonna get any more support of set 8 until I can pay my shop honor and I get that, and then I'll do an update with this deck eventually. Now, someone told me for the order wise, we have the normal order of Warrior's Rest, 4 copies of this. The cost of it is Energy Blast 2. Choose 2 of your units and they get the skill, Vanguard or Rearguard only. During the battle, this unit boosted. This unit gets 10,000 power. That's it. Until the end of turn, if you have 5 or more units, draw a card. So this came from a set 1 collection from DZ, and then it also got reprinted as a promo. So I picked up this is my main 4 right here, but I also have another play set and a spare binder, just in case I want to go a little further with some decks and see what happens with them. Now, for the other generic Blitz orders, we have my favorite Twincast, my favorite one of all time. And I actually put in 2 copies of Heavenly Bright because someone gave me the idea about giving a chance and maybe call out a rearguard that might give you an extra push. So with another Energy Blast 2, look at the top card of your deck, call it to the Guardian Circle, or put it on top of your deck. If you call the card, that called unit gets 10,000 to the shield instant in that battle. So this here is basically like your lucky charm right here. And I keep saying that because I also play this card. I used to play it in Liel, and I also play it in Raziel. Other decks can use it too, and, use it very well. I don't know if Alden uses it very well, but I just say give it a chance. Give it a whirl, give it a little spin. But I strongly recommend maybe giving Heavenly Bright a chance. I know people may not like it because, bad design or bad effect, whatever the reason is. I love it because in Liel, it gave me so many chances and some opportunities that I didn't see before. So that's just my little input. So that is my grade 2 lineup. And for grade 3, we're maxing out Aoi for our Persona Bright ability. And then we have this handsome hunk of a man right here, Hound Session. His main skills are front row only. All high beasts on your rear guards get the power of intercept and can intercept from the back row. Awesome. Its main skill right here is when this unit attacks while boosted by a high beast, if you have a Vanguard with Hound in its card name, until the end of that battle, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Energy Blast 3, and this unit also gets plus 1 critical. Now, you all may not like simp materials or anything like that. Some of the girls are simping, like I know Aoi is very simpy, but come on. I've always been a sucker for the underdogs. Literally. But yeah, this card's actually pretty good, and people say max them out at 4, and which I did. That's why I saved up. I got some cards eventually, and I guess got some spares that are now in the binder in case anybody wants them. So let's see, it worked out. And yes, that is it for this debut of Aoi's deck profile video. I'm actually very happy I have a chance to finally build this deck and debut it, and maybe want to play it sometime and see if it lives up to its hype, to its standards a little bit. So yeah, guys, that is it for the video for Hound Aoi. I hope you guys did enjoy this show very much so. Sorry for a little bit of outtakes, I guess a little bloopy. And there's oh yeah. Before I do actually forget, the full deck list will be in the description box down below, so go ahead and check that out and see what you guys think about it. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like the content I do create on my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Show some love for this content and this channel, because I do love actually doing these kind of things, and it makes me feel so happy to just do this and do this again and have fun with it. Comment down below, sound off below I should say, and say what you guys think about this deck. You guys think it's probably better, or wait until set 8, you know, do some commenting and all stuff. Just show some love for this deck. It's actually pretty fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say, guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys next video. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.